Wilson, a History, a historical document about the founding of this school and the Magic Valley. Many witches and wizards played a role in early American history, often helping to save lives as healers, soldiers, and even leaders. The overwhelming majority of ordinaries were unaware of the wizards' magical contributions. This interference by wizards was a violation of American magical law. In order to maintain secrecy, strict laws had been enacted which required total segregation of the ordinaries and the wizarding communities. Wizards were not allowed to associate with or be friends with ordinaries. Even those who helped save the lives of ordinaries were seen in opposition to magical law. The American Magical Authority started requiring wand permits for all witches and wizards to track their magical activities so that they could be prosecuted if they did anything against magical law. It was under this oppression and heightened scrutiny that in the early 1900s, many American witches and wizards fled to the western United States. Wide open spaces and new frontiers allowed for more freedom and less government oversight. This area of southern Idaho eventually became so well known in international magical communities that it was nicknamed the Magic Valley, a name by which it is still known today by ordinaries as well. Evidence of the early residents' abilities can be witnessed in their accomplishments. They built an irrigation canal system that transformed the arid desert into a successful agricultural wonderland, blossoming crops as far as the eye could see. The Minidoka Dam hydroelectric power plant, finished in 1909, powered the electric grid, giving electricity to the entire area. Rupert High School was the first fully electric public building in the United States. When brothers Daniel and Silas Wilson arrived in 1915, they found the town of Rupert and surrounding areas to be full of people with magical aptitudes and abilities. They wanted to give an education to all magically gifted people without having to send them back east to school. Under the guise of a theater, Ward and Silas built this beautiful building as a school. Opened in 1920 with the dorms located on the second story and the classrooms and gathering hall comprising the ground floor. The magical building could transform depending upon the purpose of the day, school by day, transforming into a theater by night. Our nearby train transported students. Coursework and preparation rivaled the work being done at other acclaimed magical schools. The Wilson School for Witches and Wizards operated successfully until the Second World War, when many families left home to assist in war efforts or were needed to maintain local businesses and farms. After the war, it was used mostly as a theater. Eventually, Silas and Daniel Wilson passed away, and over the years, the magical building fell into disrepair. By the late 20th century, embarking on a new millennium, many in the valley were ready to tear down the neglected building. A special group of people wanted to restore the building to its former grandeur. These citizens, unaware of the magic they were tapping into, started fundraising, volunteering, and renovating it back to its old glory. Once the restoration was complete, the full magic of the Wilson Theater returned. Today, the latent magic is felt each time visitors come through its doors. The historic Wilson Theater transforms upon requirement into princess tea parties, wedding venues, events, plays, concerts, and, of course, an acclaimed school for witches and wizards. Magic resides here again. We welcome you to these hallowed halls. We hope you enjoy your experience.